Hello friends, I am MD Harun Al-Rashid and it's my YouTube channel Harun Bayojon. Today in this video, I will discuss about 50 MCQ questions from biology for different examination related to biology like NEET, wbssc, slst, CSIR UG, CSIR UGC NET, CET exam and another level exam, entrance level exams also. So don't be late, let's start. The first question of this series is the composite. Composite is a plant family. Composite is a plant family. It also called Asteraceae, Fabaceae, Myrtaceae, and Gingiveraceae. The another name of composite is Asteraceae. Asteraceae is the largest flowering plant family. Largest flowering angiospermic family. Example of this family. What is the meaning of composite? Composite means the plants or the group of plants that carry different type of flower. Say for example, helianthus and or chrysanthemum. Here three different type of flowers are present. That is ray flower, disc flower. Okay, two type of plants are present in composite. That's why it's called composite. The correct option is option number A. What is Fabaceae? Fabaceae means this legume plant. Example P. Gingiveraceae is also called gingivar family. Example Gingivar officinalis. Gingivar officinalis. Myrtaceae is called myrtle family. That is myrtle. This plant produce different type of fragrant oil that used in cosmetic industry. Number 2 question. Rajaji National Park is in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Assam. The actual answer of this question is Uttarakhand. Rajaji National Park is present in Uttarakhand. The name Rajaji belongs from the name of C. Raja Gopalachari. C. Raja Gopalachari, who was the first convener of India. Question number 3. Potato is native to South America, North America, Southeast and Australia. Potato is native in South America and this Himalaya. From Andes Himalaya, potato belongs. Himalaya. Next question. Heavy metals are detoxified in plants by abscisic acid, allylophthaleins, phytochelatins and phytoalexin. The correct option of this question is phytogelatin. Phytogelatin is a small peptide. Phytogelatin is a small peptide produced from glutathione. Produced from the amino acid glutathione. Okay. Phytogelatin binds with toxic material and then detoxify. Toxic material enters into the plant through ABC transporter. different toxic material that present in the soil are enters into the plant through ABC transport. ABC means ATP binding cassette transporter. Then it bind to the phytogelatin compounds, that is small peptide, and detoxify. Phytogelatin is small peptide that produced from glutathione. Okay, another option I also explained. What is allelopathions? Allelopathions is a biological phenomenon when organisms release chemicals compounds called allelochemicals that regulate the growth, survival, reproduction of the organism in the environment. And also allelopathions suppress the another chemicals. Okay, phytoalanine is a chemical compound that secretes by bacteria secretes by plants when infected by different type of organism. Okay, and abscisic acid is plant phytohormone, or also called stress hormone. Question number 5. Confusion technique involve the use of pheromones, juvenile hormones, androgen, and hormones. The correct option of this question is option number B. The confusion technique involves the use of pheromones, because pheromone is a chemical substance that attract the mating or that attract the opposite sex organism. Okay, sometimes this pheromone used to cover the territory of the organism. And juvenile, what is the correct option is B. So what is juvenile hormone? Juvenile hormone is a acyclic sequence terpenoid produced by insects and help in development, reproduction, especially in metamorphosis. What is ecdysone? Ecdysone is a major steroid hormone in insects, help to larval motility or metamorphosis. Or juvenile hormone or androgen are same. Ecdysone is also called juvenile hormone that help in plant metamorphosis. Question number 6. Which of the following cell type is capable of giving rise to other cell type in sponges? Thecocyte, pinacocytes, colonocytes, and archaeocytes. Which of the following cell type is capable of giving rise to another cell type? This is called archaeocyte. This is called archaeocyte. Archaeocyte is also called amoebocyte. Amoebocyte cell is a totipotent cell. Totipotent cell that produce other cells like choanocytes or collar cell. Choanocytes or collar cell. Collar cell. What is the function of archaeocyte? It helps in digestion. And nutrient supplement, nutrient transport, and also it take part in reproduction. Another cells like pinacocyte. This is archaeocyte. Archaeocyte produce choanocyte or collar cell. This is a flagellated cell. And another cells like pinacocyte. So what is the function? Pinacocyte is also called skin cell. Pinacocyte is also called skin cell that produce the lining of the internal cells. Pinacocyte is also called skin cell. Colonocyte, this is choanocyte. Choanocyte is also called, there's colonocyte is called collagen cell of sponge. Collagen cell of sponge that forms the skeleton of the angiosperm or sponges. So ultimately, which of the following cell type is capable of giving rise to other cell type in sponge? That is archaeocyte, that produce amoebocyte. Archaeocyte, also called amoebocyte. It is a totipotent cell that produce other cell like choanocytes and collar cells, also called collar cells. Nutrient transport, reproduction, and digestion. Colonocyte is produce collagen that form skeleton. Pinacocyte is a skin cell of the sponges. Question number 7 says, cells having secretory in function have abundant lysosome, endoplasmic reticulum, dictyosome, and osteosome. Here, correct option of this question is dictyosome. Dictyosome, also called in Golgi body. In plant cell, this cell is called dictyosome, and dictyosome is called excretory cell organelles. Dictyosome is also called excretory cell organelles. Excretory cell organelles, or post office of the cell. Post office or police station of the cell, because it excretes different materials from different part of the cells. Station. Lysosome is also called suicidal bag. Suicidal bag. Question number 8. The function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is the synthesis of proteins, because rough endoplasmic means RER. Rough endoplasmic reticulum produce protein, but smooth endoplasmic reticulum produce lipid synthesis. Question number 9 says, according to model of Singer and Nicholson, plasma membrane is having protein extend inside and outside of lipids. Lipid extends outside and inside of proteins. Deposition of fat granules between two protein nucleus. The correct option of this question is option number A, because this is the protein channel that extend inside or outside of the cell membrane, and this is phospholipid bilayer. So correct option is protein extends inside and outside of the lipid bilayer. Question number 10. Ligase is an enzyme it used for. Ligase enzyme is also called molecular glue. Clear? The function of ligase is joining bits of DNA, splitting DNA threads into small bits, denaturation, none of the above. The correct option of this question is joining bits of DNA, because it is a chemical reaction where two DNA nucleotide are joined by ligase enzyme. Say for example, this is nucleotide. This is oxygen group and another oxygen group of another nucleotide. When two nucleotides are joined together, they form a phosphodiester bond. This phosphodiester bond is formed by ligase by breakdown by hydrolysis of ATP and phosphate. This phosphate is used to making the bond between two nucleotides. The nucleotide is a molecular glue that joined two nucleotides. Question number 11 says, a Micromutation means also called gene mutation. Gene mutation. What is gene mutation? Gene mutation means change nucleotide, single nucleotide, changes in single nucleotides. Example, in sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is caused by this micromutation or addition of chromosome, deletion in chromosome, change in gene, and polyploidy. The correct option is change in gene. Question number 12 says, as a general rule, ionizing radiation is most damages to mature stable cells, actively dividing cells, highly specialized cells, cells with stored food. The ionizing radiation is mostly affected the actively dividing cell, especially during cell phase, during S phase of interphase, when the DNA replication occur. Next question. Question number 13. A complete set of chromosome inherited as unit from one parent is called genome. One parent means father and mother. Okay, from father chromosome are coming and from mother, that is 24 coming. But what is the meaning of genome? Total haploid set of chromosome. Total haploid set of chromosome in an organism is called genome. Okay, haploid set, that is from one parent, this is called genome. Question number 14. The antibiotic not associated with inhibition of protein synthesis. Because protein synthesis, chloromycetin, puromycetin, penicillin. The correct option is penicillin, because penicillin break down the beta 1,4 glycosidic bond between NAM and NAG, N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine of peptidoglycans. Okay, another options represents chloromycetin. What is chloromycetin? Chloromycetin is a bacteriostatic. There are two types of antibiotic present in environment. That is, one is bacteriostatic, that inhibit the growth of bacteria, and another is bactericidal, that totally kill the bacteria. The chloromycetin is a bacteriostatic that bind with the 50S ribosomal subunit of ribosome and inactivate peptidyl transferase. So peptide bond is not formed and the protein synthesis stopped. Tetracycline that binds with 30S ribosomal subunit of ribosome and inhibit the amino acyl tRNA synthetase enzyme. Amino acyl tRNA synthetase enzyme. Okay. Another is puromycin. What is the function of puromycin? Puromycin is the structural analog of amino acyl tRNA. Amino acyl tRNA synthase. So ultimately we see here that chloromycetin or puromycin or tetracycline all inhibit the protein synthesis except penicillin that break down the cell wall of gram-positive bacteria. Question number 15 says Datura is classical example of euploidy, monosomy, trisomy, inversion. The correct option of this question is euploidy. Actually, the normal chromosome number of Datura is 24. But if we take anther that is haploid in nature, then produce new haploid Datura plant. Haploid Datura plant. But when used colchicine treatment, colchicine is called microtubule inhibitor or microtubule toxin. Colchicine, when we use colchicine, then polyploid Datura is found. Poly means many, ploid chromosome number. What is monosomy? When the chromosome number become decrease, that is called monosomy. Inversion means it is a one type of gene mutation where suppose this is chromosome, here three genes A, B and C are present. Okay, here D and E present. In case of inversion, suppose B and C inverted means just reverse. So by mutation A, C, B, the inversion occur between B and C. So by this inversion, genetic arrangement is changes in chromosomes. Trisomy means when the chromosome number become 1. Example of trisomy is Down syndrome, and monosomy is Turner syndrome. Question number 16 says cystolith. Cystolith is made of. What is cystolith? Cystolith present in a lithocyst cell. Cystolith present in lithocyst cell of plants like ficus. Ficus and another member of Acanthaceae family. Okay, it is a calcium carbonate. This lithocyst cell contain calcium carbonate, but calcium oxalate present in Colocasia, Monstera, etc. plant. Question number 17. An octamer of 4 histone complex with DNA is called nucleosomes. This is the nucleosome where S2A, S2B, S3, S2B, S3 and H4. 4 histone protein are compactly arranged in 2 rows. Okay, total 8 histone protein, and the DNA is wrapping the histone protein is formed the nucleosome. Question number 18 says RNA control the synthesis of amino acid, chromosomes, nucleotides and enzyme. RNA control the synthesis of proteins, that is enzymes. Question number 19 says the genetic code that directs protein synthesis in human is found in no other kind of organism, virtually all organism, all animals but not plant, all multinuclear cellular but not unicellular organism. The genetic code is universal. First, genetic code is universal. and code made by 3 nucleotide. Clear? And total number of nitrogen base pair is 4. So 4 to the power 3, that is 64 codon. 64 genetic codon, in which 3 are stop codon, that is UAA, UAG and UGA, that do not bear the code of any amino acid, but remaining 61 code represent the different type of amino acid. So genetic code is universal and virtually all organisms carry the genetic code. Question number 20. Nucleotides constituent of RNA. In RNA, there is purine and pyrimidine. Purine like adenine and guanine, that also present in DNA, but in pyrimidine, in case of DNA, cytosine, thymine present, but in case of RNA, cytosine and uracil are present. So correct option of this question is adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. That is option number A. Question number 21 says known sequence of DNA that is used to find complementary DNA strand is called vector, DNA probe, plasmid এবং recombinant DNA. The correct option is called option number C, DNA probe. DNA probe is a small nucleotide radio level probe that used to identify the unknown sequence of DNA, because their sequence is known. Okay, when it is used, suppose this is probe, here phosphate, radio level phosphate is present, the adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. So adenine, guanine, cytosine. So it binds to the DNA sequence that has only thymine, cytosine and guanine. Okay, adenine, guanine, cytosine. So this unknown sequence is recognized by this probe and identify the nucleotide sequence of the unknown DNA sequence. Question number 22 says the successive nucleotides of DNA are covalently linked through hydrogen bond, glycosidic bond, phosphodiester bond, all of these. So mainly due to successive nucleotide 1 and nucleotide 2 is successively joined by phosphodiester bond that is produced by ligase enzyme. So correct option is phosphodiester bond. Glycoside bond, this is called glycoside bond. Why? Because glycoside bond occur between the nitrogen base and ribose sugar. Okay, and a hydrogen bond between different chemical. All over the present hydrogen bond. Correct option of this question is a phosphodiester bond. Question number 23 says the mode of DNA replication is semi-conservative. It was firstly demonstrated by Messelson and Stahl. Watson and Crick discovered the double helical structure of DNA. Double helical structure of DNA. Next question, question number 24. The genetic material of Psi-174 is single-stranded DNA, single-stranded RNA, double-stranded DNA and double-stranded RNA. That is, single-stranded DNA is the correct option. This DNA contain near about 5,386 nucleic base pair, 5,386 base pair long single-stranded DNA. Question number 25 says, in which of the following phase replication of DNA takes place. That is S phase of interphase, that is called synthetic phase. G1 phase, where the protein, RNA, enzymes, energy, enzymes, cell organelles, etc. are produced. Question number 26 says, hybrid vigor is mostly due to heterozygosity, superiority of all the genes, homozygosity of paired characters, mining up to cytoplasmic of the male with that female exclusively. Hybrid vigors means when the offspring is more better than parental generation. Okay, hybrid vigor only found or formed when two different variety of organisms are matings. Okay, because heterozygosity carry the variation, and more variation, more genetic adaptability, more advanced organism. Question number 27 says, the codon causing chain termination. The chain termination occur by stop codon, the codon that do not carry any information or code of amino acid, that is UAA, UAG and UGA. UA also called ochre, amber and opal. Question number 28 says, an incomplete dominance is shown in Pisum sativum, Lathyrus odoratus, Mirabilis jalapa and Neurospora. This is the answer of this question is Mirabilis jalapa or evening primrose, also called evening primrose. It is non-Mendelian inheritance where the two organisms, in red flower RR and white flower, when crosses, the formation flower is pink. That is, do not carry the Mendelian law of dominant character, red and white. Flower when cross, the F1 generation is pink flower is formed. That is called incomplete dominance. Next question. Freshwater bony fishes maintain water balance by excreting a hypotonic urine, excreting salt across their gills. Fresh water means sweet water. Sweet water. Fresh water means sweet water. Sweet water. And sweet water is a hypotonic solution. Sweet water is a hypotonic solution. Tonic solution. Okay. So they excrete their hypotonic urine, excreting salt across, because no salt is absent in fresh water. Excreting waste in the form of uric acid, none of this. Fishes are ammonitolic organisms. Fishes are ammonitolic, or they excrete ammonia, ammonitolic organism. Okay, and their urine is diluted. That is, they are excreting a hypotonic urine. Question number 30. If you are given an insect spider, a peripatus and crab, based on which character you can identify an arachnida from others? Sense organs, number of wings, 4 pair of legs, 1 pair of legs. That is, the correct option of this question is 4 pair of legs. Question number 30, 4 pair of legs. Question number 31. Blood of cockroach contain non-pigmented pigment. It means respiration in anaerobic, cockroach does not respire. Oxygen goes directly to tissue by diffusion. Oxygen goes into tissue by intercellular capillary system. This is oxygen goes directly into tissue by diffusion. This is open circulatory system. Oxygen goes into tissues by intercellular capillary system, that is closed circulatory system. So in case of cockroach, their open circulatory system is present where the blood comes out from heart and enters into the cellular or tissue directly, because there is no artery or veins. So oxygen goes directly into tissue by diffusion. Question number 32 says Malpighian tubules are present in insects, annelids, eutherian, and none of these. The Malpighian tubules is an excretory organ that found in insects like cockroach. Next question, paleontologist, the scientist who study fossil, that is called paleontologist. Evidence are provided by dodo, Darwin's finches, none of the above, Archaeopteryx. A correct option is Archaeopteryx. This is the Archaeopteryx that bear both character of birds and reptiles, like tooth, beak, that is reptile character, wing, claw, reptile characters, artificial wings, air folly wings with contour, feather, avian, bird's character, long tail with many vertebrae, reptilian characters, nail is reptilian character, scale in legs is a reptilian characters. Ommatidium, this is Ommatidium, where where unit of eyes in insects. There near about 4,000 lenses are present. 4,000 lenses are present in insect eye, that is called Ommatidium. Composite eye. Question number 35 says which of the following is aggregate fruit? First, you can understand what is aggregate fruit. Aggregate is a polycarpillary apocarpus. Polycarpillary apocarpus ovary. That means this carpus and carpels are free from each other. They are not jointed, and seeds develop from each carpel, that is called apocarpus and polycarpillary ovary. The fruit developed from polycarpillary and apocarpus ovary is called aggregate fruit. Okay. And all fruitlet aggregate fruit example is custard. Custard apple is the right option. Custard apple is the right option. In case of pineapple is a multiple fruit. Pineapple is a multiple fruit where the whole inflorescence is converted into the fruits. Multiple, where whole of the inflorescence convert into fruit. In case of banana, it's berry type of fruit, berry fruit. In watermelon, it's a simple fruit. Simple fruit means developed from single ovary. Simple fruit, single ovary developed. 36th question, heart-shaped prothallus. Prothallus is a gametophyte that is found in Pteridophyta. But in case of Bryophyta, that is called Protonema. Next question, question number 37. The most The most of the hydrolytic enzymes function at acidic pH, basic pH, neutral pH and pH. Hydrolytic enzyme means they break down the hydrogen bond. They break down the bond in the presence of water. They are mostly active in acidic pH condition. Question number 38. Alanine is, this is alanine, where amino group is present and acid group is present. So it is called, it is a amino acid. A neutral amino acid, a amino propionic acid, a non-essential amino acid, all of the above. Alanine is the all of the above answer. Is a non-essential amino acid, that means that produced inside the body, alpha amino propionic acid and neutral amino acid. Question number 39 says both antigen and antibodies are proteins. Question number 40 says mucin is an example of phosphoprotein, nucleoprotein, lipoprotein and glycoprotein. It is a one type of lipoprotein. Question number 41 says production of hybridoma is an example of transgenic gene cloning, cell cloning, none of the above. The correct option is option number B, cell cloning. What type of cell? Hybridoma means when the hybrid cell created by fusion of short-lived antibody producing B cell with an immortal myeloma cell. So when this is the isolated B cell, okay, that is antibody producing cell, and this is cancer cell, that is myeloma cell. When cancer cell that grow outside of the body in the culture medium, but the normal cell do not. When these two cells are combined, they produce hybridoma cell. Hybridoma cell is used to produce monoclonal antibody, specific type of antibody. Question. An example of an antibody is fibrinogen, insulin, gamma globulin and myosin. The correct answer of this question is antibody is a gamma globulin. Question number 43 says all algae have chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, chlorophyll B and carotene, chlorophyll A and carotene, phycobilin and carotene. All algae have chlorophyll B and carotene is not right. Option number C is the correct, because all algae have chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A is the main reaction center, but only in chlorophyce chlorophyll B are present. Question number 44. Amylose and amylopectin are present. Starch contain two type of chain. Okay, and number 1 is amylose and amylopectin. What is the difference between two type of chain? That is, amylose is a single chain of polysaccharide, but amylopectin contains branch chain of polysaccharide. Next question is 45. The piezoelectric effect is used in sonography. Piezoelectric effect means, suppose this is a component, this is such bone or DNA, suppose this is DNA. When we use high stress level, stress like pressure or vibration, it release charges. This is piezoelectric effect used in sonography. 46 number question say the gas nowadays used for filling air sieve is helium. 47 number question, ozone layer is beneficial to life on earth because it purifies atmosphere, it causes formation of clouds, it absorbs harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun, it prevents bacteria of upper surface from entering the earth. The correct option of this question is Option number C, it absorbs the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. Question number 48. Gout, a painful disorder of joints, is due to damage caused by ligament, B, injury to tendon, inflammation of synovial membrane, or D, deposition of uric acid at junction. This is the picture of gout. So this is the uric acid. Correct answer of this question is inflammation of correct option is D, deposition of uric acid at joints. Question number 49 says a species is collection of DIMs. So what is DIMs? DIMs is a group of a gene in different environment, B, individuals in same environment, C, chromosome in same organism, D, population with a common gene pool. Correct option of this question is D, population with a common gene pool. Question number 50 says after vaccination the body builds the plasma cell or antibodies toxin limb. Correct option is antibodies, especially memory cell. Question number 51, an isoelectric point, if the pH is above isoelectric point, a protein will migrate to anode, precipitate not migrate to all, migrate to cathode. First, pH above isoelectric point is negatively charged. pH above isoelectric point is negatively charged. They are present in the anode region. Cathode region, present in the cathode region. If suppose this is the cathode that is negatively charged, then the protein moves from cathode to anode or positively charged. So migrate to the anode. A number is the correct option. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share and subscribe to your friends. And if you have any queries, please write in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you again.